Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this channel. If this is the first time you're joining us, you're cordially welcome. And if you've joined us before and you've seen our previous episode, you're welcome back and welcome back to this channel. So, as you all know, that another year has passed, but it just looks like your life looks almost the same. Like you've just been going through the same struggle, the same excuses, the same hopes, even as you get older. If this sounds familiar to you, then this message is for you. So just sit back, relax, and let's dive in into the full video. So many people feel like they are failing, but not failing loudly, like they are failing quietly. They are not lazy, they are just stuck, like things are not going the way they expected. Today, we're going to talk about why your life hasn't changed, even though the calendar keeps changing, even though the year keeps going, even though we keep getting into a new year, you keep doing different new year resolutions, but it just feels like you're stuck. It just feels like you've just been stagnant. It just feels like your life is not moving forward even as the calendar is moving forward. So today we'll be looking at things that you've been doing over and over. And number one of it is that you've been repeating the same habits just in a new year. You've been doing the same thing over and over and over. And as the adage says, that you can't be doing something the same way and you expect a different result. So the same way you've been doing things, you've been thinking the same way, you've been waking up the same way, you've been spending the same way, you've been avoiding the same difficult decisions year in, year out. Then, if you've been doing this, things cannot change. The hard truth is that results don't depend on your wishes, because they say that if wishes were dreams, complete it. So results don't respond to wishes, it only responds to patterns, it only responds to things that you've changed. So ask yourself this question: what do I do daily last year? What did I avoid consistently? What is that thing that I keep on doing every day? What is that thing that I keep avoiding? Then there your answer lies. So you've always confused comfort with stability. You're comfortable, you're safe, you're secured. But remember that comfort feels safe, but it's expensive. Comfort is expensive. So therefore, you need to stay where you are familiar with. Your familiar routine, your familiar people, familiar excuses might feel peaceful until you realize that you're not growing. Rather than growing, you're all just stagnant. Growth requires discomfort, and that's why they used to say that you need to leave your comfort zone. You need to leave that place that you're comfortable with. Learn new skills, learn something new, outgrow certain spaces, outgrow those places that you are comfortable with. Because if you are too comfortable, you will probably not expand. So for you to grow, for you to keep moving forward, you need to come out of your comfort zone. Then the next one is that time does not create progress, only decision does. You've been celebrating New Year every time, but you have not made that decision. And this is where people get it wrong. Time doesn't heal everything, time doesn't build skills, time doesn't fix directionless living. It is only those that decide, those that takes that decision, decide to be disciplined, decide to learn rather than being entertained, decide to choose consistency over efforts. So what creates changes is that you choose consistency, you choose learning, and you choose discipline. 5 years can pass with no growth, but 1 year of consistency, 1 year of learning, 1 year of discipline can change virtually everything. Instead of you to keep motivating yourself, build systems. Motivation will come and go, but the system that you've built over time stays. So your progress depends on the system that you have built, because it does not depend on how you feel. It does not depend on what you're thinking. It does not depend on your wishes, because winners don't feel motivated every day. They just create that structure that will make their progress inevitable. So the last one for today is that you haven't taken responsibility for your direction. This is uncomfortable, but it is necessary. You need to take responsibility for your life. You need to take responsibility for how your life is moving, not your parents, not the economy, not your background, but you yourself. Your direction starts when your excuses